Okay. All right, so up to this point, for the last 6 or so sections in the chapter, we have talked about subject-verb agreement, right? Okay, and how different subjects agree with different verbs, singular, plural, male to male, female to female, etc. And specifically, we've dealt with pronoun agreement with verbs, right? For the next 3 sections, I'm hoping to get to 2 today. This being the first, we are going to talk about, instead of pronouns as subjects having to agree with verbs, we're going to talk about pronoun antecedent agreement. Okay, so verbs are not the issue now. In these 3 sections, we're going to specifically look at how pronouns must agree in different ways with the word that they're renaming, okay, or the word that they are used for, if you will, okay? So, first off, number and gender, okay? If I have this as my antecedent for a personal pronoun, and that's all I have, and there's no context to the sentence, and there's nothing in there that gives me a clue as to the gender of this person, what am I going to replace this word with? Personal pronoun, what am I going to replace it with?
He.
One of these 3 words, depending on the context of the sentence, right? Depending on where I'm putting the word. I know, ladies, I hate it too, but that's the rule. Okay, it's the generic, what we call the generic masculine pronoun. Okay? Now, if I were to say that word, and there's no context in a sentence, there's nothing in the sentence that tells me it's a girl or a guy. Okay, now, if I were to say the cat fed blank, I fit good for you, but, okay, because I think there's like one creature on the earth where the male is it what?
A seahorse.
Okay, yes, where the male is responsible for the feeding of the children. That's it, y'all, okay? There are millions of other species where the mother either feeds her young herself or is responsible for the feeding of them, okay? So, if there's obvious context that tells you that this as an animal is a male or a female, then by all means, show it as male or female. Her for her or she for female, or his, he, him for male. But with animals, if we don't know, we just use its, if it's singular, okay? Whether we know or not, if it's plural, it's the same word. Okay? And for people, that's the same as well, right? Whether it tells us it's male or female or a mixture of both, it's that word right there. Okay? Now let's see here. Okay. Yes. I'm just making sure I've covered this stuff. Yes. Okay, that's it really. I mean, if it's not an animal or a person, it has to be it for singular or there for plural. Right? Or they, or its, if it's possessive. Right? Or them, maybe, even, for plural. Okay? This can be subjective, objective. This can be all kinds of stuff. Well, no, this can be subjective or objective. It can be a direct object, it can be an OP, it can be a subject. This can be an independent possessive, like a subject or a predicate noun, or it can just be a possessive as an adjective before a noun, like its shell, if if you were talking about a turtle, okay? But the IP would be like, its, is, you said shell, and you wanted to be IP, independent possessive. Its is made of a hard something, I don't know what the word is I want, because I'm not a scientist and I don't know science well, material. What would you call that? Like the turtle's shell is made of?
Is it like
Calcium.
Is it
the
calcium?
same
no
stuff
idea.
as your fingernails?
Oh, is it like dead?
Keratin? What is it called?
There's keratin in your hair and your fingernails.
I think it might be that, but I'm not
Okay, it might be. Honestly, I'd have to look it up.
sure. I don't know.
Science, I made, until I got into high school when I made B's, I made A's in science in school, I hated it. Like when I was in first grade and it was like, you know, the states of matter and, you know, I mean, it was the simplest stuff. I hated science the whole way through. I never found it. And ladies, if you do, go with it, okay? There is such a need in what they call the STEM areas, math and science, for females, okay? Because typically females don't go into those areas. Okay, we've already, whole medical. All right, not this girl. All right, 9:15, we're going to write an appropriate personal pronoun. Remember, if it's personal pronouns, it's those like I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Those are the subjective case, and then you have me, him, and you also, and it. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them, and then all the possessives, okay? Like my, mine, your, yours, etc. So not any of the demonstratives. We're not doing this, that, these, and those. We're not doing interrogative like who, whom, okay? I think it'll be pretty clear what you should put in most of these. Number
What if
one.
you don't know by their names if it's a girl or a
Yeah,
boy and they have
number
a
two.
really weird name? Yeah.
Number 2.
name is Wanda.
Okay, yeah, that is weird. They're saying it's a female.
And the next sentence is
Gog.
It's Wanda. And the next sentence
Her
is
name's
her name
Wanda.
again.
Wanda
Her
Gog.
family.
Okay, Gog is her last name.
Yeah.
It's
There's
Wanda
some weird
Gog.
names out there though, so like.
I agree, it's female. Okay, so number one, Miss Landry told us that German artist Albert Dürer's, I'm sure I'm like totally butchered that pronunciation, engravings demonstrate that blank was interested in Christian themes. Emma, he. Caitlin, number two, at which gallery in New York? Well, we just said that, it's her. Number three, early in her life, Gog drew for a newspaper so that blank could support her family. Caitlin, she, and then number four, engravers cut into a flat metal plate and then use blank to print the design. Kaylee? It. You guys do 5 through 10. Oh, we've got more of the same. Okay, let's do 5 through 10 together, and then you guys will do 9, 16 on your own. Number 5, an artist's slow movements dictate how good blank cutting will be. Micah? Artists. Yep. Ink, paper, and a press are vital tools for the artist because he uses blank to pull the impression. Kate? Them. Good. My aunt, who is an engraver, started taking art classes when blank was a small child. My aunt, folks. Yes, Isaac. She. Number 8, my father enjoys my aunt's art. In fact, she gave blank one of her best pieces. Him. Good. Jersey, number 9, Aunt Sheila gave Grandma 2 of her engravings. Blank will hang in Grandma's living room. They. And Caitlin Keys, number 10, one particular engraving showed a lioness and blank cups. Lioness. Lioness is the female version of a lion, and therefore it is her. All right? Do 916. Same way. And number 3 could have 2 different answers on 916. Didn't mean to.
What?
Oops, sorry. Number 3 on 916 could have